Hello everybody, Frankie Day here for Frankie Day Models. Okay guys, I have for you video number 2 for today, and this is going to be an entry of my end of the all at sea group build I got going on. And I see a lot of good stuff going on there on the video and model community. And this all started out as a winter project just to take around with, and eventually it turned out to be a good entry for this this beautiful group build, all at sea. Now, my entry is going to be the USS Brooklyn, ACR-3 of 1898, Spanish-American War. This is a paper card kit. I did a hangout about a couple of days ago. I think a lot of you fellas probably seen it already on the hangout. If not, you see it now. And this is a very, very difficult kit to build. It's made entirely out of paper. And the USS Brooklyn was the beginning of the new modern Navy, actually organized by the Assistant Secretary of the Navy, which is Teddy Roosevelt. Because back in the latter part of the 19th century, there was a more demand for a better Navy than what we had, because the Navy that we had at the time was a combination of sail and steam, and with single screws, and they didn't show much difference than opposed to that during the Civil War, especially your steamer sailing frigates like the Congress and the Merrimack and all the rest of them. And so actually President Roosevelt, he more or less organized a new Navy formed of the Great White Fleet that circled the whole globe, that showed the whole world that America is a nation to reckon with. And that didn't get proved until 1898 during the Spanish-American War. That's when we really nations took notice that we are part of have powers. Okay, she's 441 feet from stem to stern, and she has ship's company about 400 or 500 men, and she's actually an armored cruiser, and I think she's a Connecticut class. They could make 3 such ships to that. The old Steel Navy was more or less an experimentation, a hybrid of what they had during the Civil War. And they had the ram bows. A lot of them featured a feature that was pretty much new, was torpedoes on the bow, on the ram bow. They had a torpedo. They had a torpedo fairing that fit right outside, right on the stem of the bow. They could launch a torpedo on head-on attacks only. And they all had these ram bows. Okay, we're going to come and discuss this thing right now. You guys get a little insight what I'll be building right here. Now behind my shoulder over here, we're going to get a little closer here to the booklet where this thing came out of. This came from Ukraine, this kit did. I got this on eBay. There's the USS Brooklyn, ACR-3 of the Spanish-American War. Right after the sinking of the main Havana harbor, a few months after that, President McKinley gave Frankie and the Dome, an ultimatum: either get out, let the Cubans have independence, or intervene. And so his reply was a thumb in the nose, and he's waving at us. And so we went to war. It didn't last very long. It was about 3 months. It was a splendid little war, they say. In the whole, the casualties, a little over 300 men. Most of them were on the USS Maine. The USS Maine kind of triggered the Spanish-American War because we were having kind of bad relationships with them. The Spaniards were the rulers of the world. They ruled the Philippines for years. For 300 years they've ruled the Philippines. And they ruled havoc all over. And they're in Cuba. They figured Cuba would be a nice place to raise hell and start their regime there too, and that's we put a stop to it. So this is my build entry of all at sea group build. This is the armored cruiser, the USS Brooklyn of the Spanish-American War. Now, right in front of it is the model itself. I'll back out with the camera. And you can see that's this is going to be a full hull model. It's all framed. I got the waterline pretty much all done. I'm still doing some tuning up on it. I got the build skill. It's all out of paper, guys. All out of paper. I got the stuffing tube fairing in place right here. And the rudder, I'm going to work on the screws. And the starboard build skill, as you see here. These are pieces like here. Like this piece here will go right across like this. And this is my entry. This thing's got 5,000 pieces to this kit. And I've been on this thing for about 5 days, this far. Hardest part of this ship is done. No fears of nothing else. Once I get this hull wrapped up, all buttoned up and done, topside superstructures and guns and everything else will come into play. And she'll turn out to be a beautiful looking ship, and hopefully she'll look like the picture right here. That's my entry. So I figured it'll be something different. It's at sea. She spent a lot of her time at sea. The USS Brooklyn was scrapped probably, I'd say probably right after World War I she was scrapped. And turned into razor blades. These were early naval might at one time. These old dreadnought shaped, early primitive looking ships. But they had such beautiful hull lines. I mean, they opened the doors for a lot of ship designers out there who want to design something better, basing on that. Now you look at the your post-World War I dreadnoughts like the USS Arizona, the Pennsylvania, the Oklahoma, the Nevada, the Battleship Texas, Battleship New York. You look at all those are all post-World War I dreadnoughts. A lot of them were based off this here ship that was built during the modern Navy of the Spanish-American War, of the Great White Fleet. And a lot of those ships were based on that kind of type of design. I hate in a way, I hate to be a sailor aboard one of these things. The cramped quarters there, sleeping in hammocks. Your mess tables are all triced up. And you had a ditty bag kit, that's all you had, no locker. You had no laundry aboard ship to wash your clothes. You had to dry your clothes over the side, tie it over the side while you're underway, and wash your whites. And they had no dungarees back in 1898. You had your dress blues and dress whites. And you had your regular working whites, what you used when you're turning to a ship's work and stuff. During the days of the early Navy like that, that's what kind of uniform that they wore. No shorts were worn at the time. They had no naval dungarees, no dungaree shirts, no dungaree pants, nothing but whites, all whites. It was a spit and polish Navy, very clean. They kept these ships immaculate. I mean, ship shape, immaculate, clean. Those decks are so clean you could eat off of them, everything. But that was the old Navy, the Navy of the Isthmus, the Asiatic Fleet, the Atlantic Fleet, they all combined together, Great White Fleet. So that's my entry for All at Sea group build. I shall have another video of this probably next week sometime. And so I got to get hot on the Fokker D7 and get her all done so I can prepare for the final reveal for this Friday. So this is Frankie Day signing off for video number 1, my entry for All at Sea group build, the USS Brooklyn ACR-3 of 1898. And her hull was laid down in 1895. That's when she was built. But she's the she went in with the battle. She helped participate in annihilating the Spanish fleet at Manila Bay with Commodore Dewey on his flagship, the USS Olympia. Okay, this is Frankie Day signing off. And God love you guys. Make Mama happy. Take care of yourselves. Merry Christmas. And take it easy when you're drinking this. Be careful. Get a designated driver. I can't stress this anymore than I have to. You guys all got sense out there. Just get a designated driver and stay home. You get yourself a model, work on it, take care of the mama, the kids, and enjoy this Christmas cheer. And the Day family is going to have a nice time too. Okay, it's Frankie Day signing off. Make Mama happy. Stay focused when you drive. Spend wisely. Take care of yourselves. Make Mama happy. And build a model. Merry Christmas. And we'll catch you in a couple days for another video. Bye, fellas. God love you guys. Take care.